I know from personal experience how completely overwhelming the thought of decluttering your entire home can be. Maybe you just need to declutter one room in your house or a couple of different spaces. It is a lot of work and it can be overwhelming. But with the new year of 2023, I thought this would be the perfect time to talk about some really easy and fairly painless decluttering tasks just to get you going. I find that 10 minutes is the perfect amount of time to spend just decluttering a little project. So today, let's just talk about a few spaces in your home that you can declutter quickly that will really just get the ball rolling and start building those decluttering muscles so that you can move on to bigger projects later in the year. Thank you so much for being here, and let's get to work. A great place to begin is just with one drawer. You can pick any drawer in your house. It could be a dresser drawer, it could be a toy drawer, a drawer in the kitchen, your utility/junk drawer. So just pick a drawer and set the timer for 10 minutes. I'm actually going to go through a toy drawer today and hopefully get the whole thing cleared out. Because it had been so long since I went through this particular drawer, I knew for a fact there was going to be garbage in here. So the first thing I'm going to do before I try and declutter any of the toys is actually just look for trash. This is a really great way to make fast progress. That way, even if you had to stop right here, the space would be better and more decluttered and more enjoyable to play in because you're not rummaging through trash. So the next thing I'm going to do is make a pile of relocate. I actually have a lot of things, as you can see, up on that little end table that are totally just in the wrong place and they need to be relocated. The rest is donations. The rest is stuff I noticed my daughter doesn't really play with. And when you separate things kind of into piles like this, first getting rid of the garbage, it makes it really easy to see what your donations actually are. In just a couple minutes, we collected all of this garbage, these 4 donations, and then all of this goes upstairs. I have individual bins for each one of these types of toys and characters. And then there's, of course, the kitchen set and the doctor set, and they're all right there next to each other. And then something that I'm going to pack up in the basement for next year. This is all we've got left in this top drawer, which is so much more manageable. Don't worry, guys. My daughter has plenty of toys, even in the bottom part of this cabinet down here, which I did not declutter today. I'll just show you. So many toys. So don't worry, she's got plenty, but that is so much more manageable. And these are the toys that she really enjoys playing with the most. Spend 10 minutes cleaning off one surface. This could be in your bedroom, in the living room, kitchen, dining. It does not matter, but choose a surface area that could really use some attention and just try and do it as fast as you can. Throw away garbage, relocate items. And in fact, if you do have items to relocate, I know this takes a little extra time and a few extra steps, but relocate them on the spot. Run upstairs, go as fast as you can, and just put the items away right away, because when that timer goes off, no matter whether you finished clearing off that surface or not, you have made measurable progress and you've improved the area. So I've got a space in my kitchen right now that is very cluttered. Let's go ahead and see what we can do in 10 minutes. Even if you don't end up actually getting rid of anything on a particular surface, just clearing the clutter can really help you build those muscles, and it helps you reap the benefits of a clutter-free home. Another really, really good one is jewelry. I have not gone through mine in probably a year, maybe 2, and I know for a fact there are several pieces that I can get rid of. So go through your jewelry. This should only take about 10 minutes because it's really easy to see the ones that you wear all the time. I mean, if you're like me, I just rotate through my favorites on a weekly, and the rest rarely, if ever, get worn. So let's go ahead and go through jewelry. I have had this organizing pouch for about 15, maybe 20 years. I think I actually got this in college. It is awesome. I love these. You can still buy these on Amazon. So some of these my son made for me. I will never, and I mean never, declutter. So I've got some seasonal ones that he made for me that are absolute treasures. A little necklace that he made. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's just go through pouch by pouch and see how much we can declutter. The fun thing you can do is actually create a 10-minute playlist on your phone. This is about 3 songs, and you can just use that as a timer and as motivation to get a project done. For this particular declutter project, I am pulling out every single pair of earrings and necklaces and bracelets that I have not worn in the last 6 months. That is a good indicator to me that it's time to let them go. I was able to get this whole thing consolidated to one side of the organizer. That is awesome. So now I just have the jewelry that I wear on a regular basis. Oh, I forgot this one. To find the other one. I actually really like these. But now I just have the jewelry that I wear on a regular basis, which will make it so much easier when I'm getting ready. And this is the stuff that I'm getting rid of. A lot of this is really good. These are broken, so I'll throw these out, recycle them. But a lot of these I just don't wear anymore, so I can go ahead and donate them. These are backs. I ordered these off of Amazon. They sent me like 900. That is good. That is a good declutter. Now let's go through the nightstand. Another quick little project, but I think there are really 2 components to this, the surface and the drawers. So if the surface of your nightstand is pretty cluttered, then spend your time doing that first and then come back to the drawers later. My surface is okay. It's the drawers that I'm really worried about. So let's get in there. I have a bunch of notebooks in my nightstand. I honestly don't need this many in my top drawer, but I do use them to write down video ideas. And speaking of, if you have anything that you'd like to see in the new year, I would love to chat with you about it in a comment. So definitely let me know your ideas. But I'm just pulling out trash and I'm going to relocate some stuff too. This is all stuff that I want to keep, but I'm going to file away in my closet. So it was just not supposed to be in my nightstand. Way, way, way too much. The rest of what's in here is just a few random things that need to be relocated. I did find a few of these little charger boxes, which I think are amazing to have on hand. So I'm going to put that in my utility drawer like this. That's gross. I'm going to throw that away. I do want to keep a pen in here. And then I have some euro left over from when I was in Europe. I think I'm going to save these and take them back with me. Let's do makeup next. This is my everyday makeup bag, and I have not looked in it with the intention of decluttering in like a year. Why? I don't know, but it's been forever. I have a little tip for decluttering makeup. I'm going to share it with you as I go along, but I love makeup. You're going to notice I have several things. Oh, some of this could definitely be wiped down, but that's not what I'm going to focus on right now. I just want to see what I can possibly get rid of or relocate like this. So I'm just going to quickly go through this and make a note in my planner to wipe down the cosmetics in my bag, and I can do that another day. With a project like this, I love to separate what I know I wear every single day or almost every single day, kind of like with that toy drawer. It just makes it really clear what I'm not using. This is all of my everyday makeup. I wear all of this pretty much every single day, so I am not going to declutter any of this. So now I just have to look at what is left. So this ended up being too dark. This one is almost gone. Oh, is it gone? It might be almost gone or gone. Oh, there's a little bit left. However, that one's really old. I think I've had this one for a couple years, so I'm going to let that go. Then one of these I think is also kind of dark and I never wear it. I think it's this one. So I'm going to let that go. Then I have this one, which is pretty much gone, and I got a new one for Christmas, so I can say goodbye to that. So this is just kind of how to go through it. You're going to pick up each item. Oh, relocate. This is garbage. That never worked out for me. Garbage, trash, and garbage. And then this one I do like to keep in my makeup bag. So the trick is just to touch everything, and in a case like this, just make separate piles. So this is stuff I'm keeping that I want in my everyday makeup bag, brushes, which I need to get a holder for, relocate, and garbage. Now I'm just going to take care of these really quickly, starting with putting this back in my makeup bag. Now let's tackle the fridge. This one is my most dreaded task. In fact, let me know in a comment what the task is, the decluttering project, the chore that you dread the most. For me, the fridge is way up there. So I've put this off. My fridge is very, very messy. And especially after the holidays, things got shoved to the back. It is not looking too good. This is hard to do. Not only does it take time, but it's kind of discouraging when you see that you've wasted food. But going through your fridge more often, which is something I definitely need to do, helps you not waste as much because you're pulling things to the front of the fridge. So we'll probably have some food waste in there, especially after Christmas and Thanksgiving. I think it's been that long since I've been through my fridge. So I'm definitely gonna have some scary things in here. Let's just do it. Today, I was reminded once again why it is a good idea to have cleaning out the refrigerator on a weekly rotation. It is one of those things that is kind of a drudge. It's not a fun thing to do, but it is important if you want to cut back on food waste. It also reminds you what kind of foods you have that you can maybe cook with that week, which I absolutely love, building meal plans around food that you already have. When it comes to these 10-minute tasks, as you'll see with me here in just a minute, I wasn't able to get through everything, and that is totally fine. Just make sure you set a reminder to come back and finish the project later. Even just 10 minutes a day really does help you build your stamina and gives you the motivation you need to continue to declutter. That is 10 minutes. I did not have a chance to get into the cheese drawer or the produce, but I can save that for tomorrow. And that's just kind of how you can go about this. If you're overwhelmed, just set the timer. When it goes off, you're done. But that is a huge improvement. See, I didn't get to that either, but that looks so much better. We had all these condiments shoved to the back and they went bad because we couldn't see them. It was just too cluttered in here. So that is so much better. So spend 10 minutes and just clean out your fridge, especially after the holidays. If today's video was helpful or motivating, please click subscribe. I make videos like this every single week. I hope you're having a beautiful day and I will see you soon. Bye.